and welcome to Talking FCB, and welcome back here to the channel, guys. I hope you're all doing well. I'm back today with a news roundup for you. I'm trying to do a video as often as I possibly can right now, given the situation. And in today's video, we are going to be looking at Philippe Coutinho, we're going to be looking at Jonathan David, and we've also got a report on Martin Braithwaite, head of the transfer window, along with lots more, of course. Let's get to it. But if we start first and foremost by looking here at the front pages of the daily sports papers in Barcelona, starting here with Mundo Deportivo, who quite unsurprisingly at this point, they're opting for a cover of Neymar Jr. and Lautaro Martinez, both accompanied there by the headline of both. Barcelona, they say, still this summer, despite everything that's going on, despite the economic situation right now, Barça still believe they can obtain both Lautaro and Neymar Jr. this summer. MDs say there that Lautaro is the priority forward option, whereas Neymar, Barcelona have a strategic plan in place to bring him back to the Camp Nou. And it's interesting there, I feel, a report came out as well this morning from Cadena Ser in Barcelona, and this one I feel may well be reliable, because they say the sporting side of the board, the likes of Eric Abidal, the members there who have a sporting background perhaps, they believe this summer that Lautaro Martinez is the man that we need to go for. He should be the priority, but Cadena Ser say that Bartomeu himself, he wants Neymar, and that's all he wants to think about right now, is bringing Neymar back to the club and making that statement. And I think we're still going to see Bartomeu chasing that statement signing before the end of his term there as Barca president, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens. Then there's the cover of Sport, who lead there with something away from transfers, which is quite nice there. They've got Arthur Melo pictured on the cover with the headline Untouchable. And I think that's a headline there that, to be honest, we can all enjoy, because they go on to say there that the club value Arthur as a key player for the coming seasons, and they currently have the player untransferable. Despite any offers that come their way, Barcelona do not want to let Arthur go, and the player as well wants to stay in Barcelona. And they also go on to say there that right now the player is following a strict plan at home to improve his physical state and get the very best out of all that talent that the Brazilian has. But if we do now move on to the first of those transfer talking points, and I want to start here by talking about Jonathan David, a name that you may or may not have heard of from inside European football. A quick background on him: he's a lightning quick young forward, currently playing his football in Belgium with Ghent this season, and he's one of those youngsters who, born in the year 2000, he kind of makes you feel a little bit old. And this season, as well as the previous season, he has been absolutely outstanding, and due to his incredible record in front of goal, the 20-year-old right now seems to have a very, very bright future ahead of him. The Canadian international there scored 18 goals in 27 games in the Belgian First Division for Ghent this season, along with 5 Europa League goals as well to his name, and he also chips in with a lot of assists as well to go with those goals. He really is an all-round forward, which has led basically to many, many big European clubs all chasing him ahead of the summer transfer window. Now, I've heard David linked to several big Premier League clubs over the past few months or so, particularly after impressing in the Europa League. He really did attract the interest of many, many clubs, and with the 20-year-old said to be the next big thing coming from a league there outside of the Big Five in Europe, almost described there as another Haaland-type transfer, a player there coming from outside of the Big Five in Europe, but certainly with the talent to really tear things up on the big stage. And only yesterday, though, was he first of all linked with Barcelona, with Sport and Mundo Deportivo reporting there Barcelona's interest in the young forward. Sport say that David was actually offered to Barcelona back in the January transfer window, but at that time, given David's non-EU status, being Canadian, it would have been a very difficult deal to complete and actually get him there, able to play. But MD go on to say that Barcelona would be interesting in doing a deal this summer, and what's more, they say that given the current economic situation that has been brought on by the pandemic, they believe that Barcelona may be able to do a deal this summer with Ghent for cheaper than what they originally thought, which I'm not exactly sure of why that would be the case, because it's not just one club there that in the summer that are going to have less money. Every single club is going to be affected right now with everything that's going on. But despite his talent, I'm not entirely sure either that Barcelona will be David's next destination. I think he is somebody certainly to keep an eye on. Every time I've seen him, certainly go and have a look at highlights of him. He looks a really, really exciting young player. But his agent just a few days ago confirmed that he will be likely to move on this summer, although his next destination, according to his agent, would preferably be the Bundesliga, with Bayern, RB Leipzig and Dortmund all being linked to this man. He's one to watch, certainly. Another player, of course, who's regularly discussed in the media is none other than Philippe Coutinho, and the rumours are absolutely pouring out of Coutinho over the past few days. Of course, the media with little else to write about, and Coutinho's future is a big topic, especially here in the UK. A number of clubs, the likes of United, Chelsea, many teams being linked with Coutinho, Tottenham as well. But I want to emphasise here the interest of a new club with regards to the Brazilian, because this morning, MD have also there gone with reports from the UK, which have linked Leicester City with a surprise move for Coutinho this summer, with MD claiming that Leicester want to make a real statement and they're going to go all out this summer to sign Coutinho. And the reason that I do find this story quite interesting, and maybe actually one to keep in mind, is simply because right now you look at the league table, if it stays like it is, we don't know what's going to happen with the season, but Leicester will be playing, most likely, Champions League football next season. And as a result of that, they will have more money to spend. They're also going to be looking for more quality to add to their team, and for that reason, Coutinho may be a good option for them. But it's not only that. You think about right now who their coach is. Brendan Rodgers, somebody there that Coutinho himself would tell you he played some of the best football of his entire career under Brendan Rodgers. And could he be the man to really bring out the best in Coutinho, who's had a tough few seasons? What I would say though on Coutinho, and in particular on Leicester's interest, which the Spanish media also do touch on, I think right now we're still going to be looking at that loan deal. It still right now doesn't seem as though there's going to be a club who's going to pop up with 60, 70, 80, 90 million, whatever Barcelona want. It just doesn't look like happening, especially now with the economic situation in football. So possibly again this summer, we could be looking at a loan. I think many of us would say that's not the right option. We don't really want to go down that road again. Maybe if you're going to loan him out, just look at keeping him. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Barcelona looking at all the avenues. But right now, doesn't look like there's much success. But I want to finish here once again looking at the UK media, and in particular with regard to Martin Braithwaite, because sadly here I've got to bring you another report linking Braithwaite with an exit from the club this summer, just a few months, barely even 2 months after signing there from Leganés on that emergency deal. With the striker right now reportedly attracting interest from West Ham United, according to the Daily Mail in the UK. West Ham are really interested in signing Braithwaite, partly because they were interested in him when he was at Leganés, and now at Barcelona they've carried that interest over. What I would say though is the Daily Mail, not exactly the most reliable source in the world, it has to be said, but they say there that West Ham would be willing to pay around £15 million for Braithwaite, which would see Barcelona pretty much recoup there the $18 million we paid back in February to Leganés, which Barcelona may be tempted to do this summer to raise those funds, to get as much money as possible as they can in to go and spend on those big lucrative deals. But let's not forget here, and this is the important point that I really want to make with regard to Braithwaite. When he came in on that deal in February, he signed a contract until 2024. Barcelona there gave him a big deal. And as a result of that, and given how delighted he was to arrive here, I don't think he's going to leave easily. I don't think he's going to be one of those players who's going to say, you know what, I came here, it's fine, but now I'm going to leave. I think he'll want to fight for his place. I think here he's not going to give up on that dream overnight. He's got a contract. He can say no. The cards are still all with Braithwaite on any potential move, and I hope he digs his heels in. I really do hope here that come the summer, he says, you know what? No, you signed me, you brought me in, I've come in, the games that I've played, the minutes that I played, I've given everything for the shirt, I've given the fans excitement, I've showed some good quality, I am staying, and I will fight for my place. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens this summer with Braithwaite, with Coutinho. Barcelona clearly have big ambitions for the transfer window, but like I say, given everything that's going on, something's got to give. The money in football right now is going to be affected. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what type of club you are, what income you have, you will be affected. And as a result of that, these big deals, these big signings, I still don't know if they're going to be possible. So please do let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, on all of the topics we have discussed in today's video. I'm sorry, like I said on my community section, that I can't bring you the videos as often and as consistently as I have done previously. I'll be getting back to that as soon as I possibly can, but I did mention there that my job away from Talk FCB right now with the situation, it's pretty stressful, it's pretty intense, so I'm just uploading as often as I possibly can for you guys within my means. Thanks for watching, thanks as always for your continued support. I'll be back soon, don't worry about that. But until next time, as always, Visca! El Barça!